I don't even need my phone to prove it because I can see that it's happening. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the new moon in Gemini ceremony. Super happy to be here with folks. And I can kind of see that the folks in the Zoom room have already been through this a few times, so I'm not going to go through the whole explanation of what it is, because I'm excited to get into the why of this particular month and this particular why this came through to me this way. So what I think we're going to do is let's go ahead and open our viracochas. So take a nice inhale. Extend that luminous ball of energy around you. Just feel it warming you, strengthening you, flexible, pliable. Just pay attention to its integrity, its well-being. Set your intention to just weave with threads of light that circumference of your viracocha around you. Get it nice and beautiful and stable and strong. And then go ahead on your next inhale and extend it over this community. Beautiful, wonderful. And then I think I'm going to call my sweetheart over. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, he's going to need one more minute before we play our song. So I am going to just talk a tiny little bit about hold on, what? I told him it was only going to be 5 minutes in, and so now here it is 2 minutes in, and I'm already eager and ready to get started. He needs just a couple more minutes. So I want to just give you a little hint as to why I'm so excited about this particular month and this particular new moon. And that is that I have just started to begin to understand what it means to weave a new reality into being with our thoughts, our intention, our imagination, and our dreams. And so this sort of session is kind of dedicated to that and dedicated to the earth in a lot of really kind of ways that are resonating with me really beautifully, very profoundly. So I can hear him putting his dinner into the oven. So I think as soon as he does that and washes his hands, he'll be ready to come on over. But the thing that I had completely forgotten when I looked at the calendar and saw that the new moon for this month was on June 6th, is that it's the 80th anniversary of D-Day. And I had just it had completely slipped my mind, completely, slipped all consciousness and awareness. And I think that's a really interesting time to be remembering 80 years ago that day, that particularly bloody, violent day, was also the turning point in that particular global conflict, right? That's the way the story is narrated. The story is narrated that D-Day was when things started to shift. And then, of course, the way the rest of that story is narrated is that it was overcoming this sort of great evil in the world. And so I think this is an interesting time in our lives to be looking at that again. So, to lead you into that, I am going to give my sweet man some unmuting. There we go. You want to give a little tune on your chords there? And right. So I am going to share for you as an opening song here. This is the very first song that we wrote together, and because it's June here and it's in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I can see Rosemarie's beautiful sunny background, and it's a beautiful day here in Erie, Pennsylvania. We used to sit by the pool and just kind of noodle around making music together, and so this is Post-Colonial Blues, and this is the first song that we wrote together as the rhythm and the flavor. chili verde, so picante but also saborosa. No me diga that I'm a colonizer just because I love your virgin forest, 'cause you're sweet but not too sweet. The deeper I go, the deeper I know that you are. Don't tell me so sweet but not too sweet. I'm just an outsider looking in. No me diga, mas chocolate é branco. If you cleave me, my sangue is vermelho. No me diga, mestiçagem é morto. Please believe me, I'm on the periphery of something buried in me, 'cause you're sweet, but not too sweet. The deeper I go, the deeper I know that you are. Don't tell me so sweet, but not too sweet. I'm just an outsider looking in. No me diga, my privilege excludes me. No me diga, my privilege precludes me. I will say I'm not my father's keeper. All I want is to go a little deeper, 'cause you're sweet, but not too sweet. The deeper I go, the deeper I know that you are. Don't tell me so sweet, but not too sweet. I'm just an outsider looking in. You're so sweet. Nice save. Nice save. It's like being in Rock Band. You got a score of a 98% on Rock Band. Thanks, baby. That is Post-Colonial Blues by us, the rhythm and the flavor. Okay, so. Let me mute him. Thank you. Going over here. Mute. You are muted. Okay, so this morning when I was preparing for what to do today, and I consulted the tarot, as I often do, and one of the things that I was reminded of is that on this new moon, on any new moon really, but on this new moon in particular, because a new moon is an opportunity to set new intentions for new projects, new ideas, new whatever, I was given the message that this is a really important and excellent time to work on unhealed trauma that leads to cycles of abuse. And I think that globally, we are seeing that play out on, a variety of massive scales, right? This morning I was reflecting on just how, D-Day was 80 years ago, and then about, 80 or 75 years ago, roughly more or less, was when the State of Israel was created, and the whole purpose of that was to be a safe haven for, folks who were escaping genocide, right? And so to see how in less than one generation, not the people, but that particular governmental structure has somehow turned into the persecutor rather than the protector of the persecuted. And so, to me, it just shows very kind of clearly on a rather massive scale how if we're not conscious and aware of these cycles of trauma and cycles of abuse, not only are we going to be, risking ourselves to these awful cycles that we keep repeating in our own lives, but then we also are at risk of enacting them on broader global scales. And so when I look at the ways the Earth needs healing now, I look at just the shock and the trauma of warfare that's going on our planet right now. Feels like that in particular needs love, needs care, needs forgiveness. And I was also reflecting on, my partner and I are going through the Rings of Power again. He's a big Tolkien fan, and so it's been very interesting to rewatch that series, which was sort of like the prequel to The Lord of the Rings, now that we know how they've laid out the surprises that are kind of built into the way they did their season. And when you see which character is the one who ends up being the sort of evil guy, and then also looking at Galadriel's journey, and there's a moment in one of the scenes where she's about to be gifted this opportunity to just ascend into these luminous elfin heavenly realms, right? Which most of the people in their culture are looking at as this great honor, this very rare and special honor. So there she is, like on this boat heading to heaven, right? And she just says, I can't go yet. I have more work to do. But the king had said that they knew what her desire was. Her desire was to find Sauron and eradicate evil, because that's what Galadriel wants to do, right? She wants to eradicate evil on Middle-earth, in Middle-earth. But he said the danger there was that by dedicating her life to fighting evil, she may have inadvertently been rekindling it somewhere deep in her own heart. And that, to me, really struck me. I was like, oh man, that's really where the core of everything is. When we learn that we are all just various manifestations of consciousness, that we are all just part of the same whole, and we are all here to experience things from a variety of perspectives, it helps us to take a bit more of a macro view and to see how can we help this holon, this holistic global planet that we all inhabit together, right? How can we look at healing that? Because I keep asking myself, how can I just one individual person do anything to heal the planet? And yet, what I have started to understand, and I think part of it is from all the binging of the Gaia network that I've been doing and hearing people talk about sacred geometry and how some of these sacred forms actually, when they become part of our meditations, they become these sort of generators of energy. And one of the ways that I found that to be true, and it's kind of central to what I'm going to guide us through today, is there was a couple years ago, someone reached out to me and said they needed support. And, they didn't want to book a session, they just needed support. And so I was like, okay, I just sat down in my meditation bench and I just sent love right from my heart center. I just sent it out as fully and generously as I can. And here's the crazy thing. I actually felt it recycling back into my heart center as I was sending it out. It was like it was my own regeneration, my own love generation, my own love generator. Sending it out automatically sends it back to us. And then a couple days later, this person reached out and said, I don't know what you were doing, but keep doing it because it's working. And so that's when I started to realize that our intention and our imagination, when we imagine these threads of luminous energy that actually really do connect us all, when we imagine those threads strengthening, sending love and light through them, just as a matter of course, as a matter of our daily practice, when we cultivate all of that, oh, he's going to be very happy because his dinner's ready. I don't know if any of you were able to hear that oven buzzer. But when we are able to cultivate that awareness and that acceptance of that sort of broader, holistic, how we are all interconnected, I'm kind of starting to see how it is. It is weaving the fabric of reality. When we intentionally weave those luminous threads of support together. And that's what the song that I wrote this morning was about. When I sort of asked the tarot for guidance on how to lead tonight, I kind of knew there was a song coming through, but I didn't want to jinx it. And so I just was like, just give me guidance on what to talk about, right? And then this song came through. But before we get into the song, I want to actually open sacred space for us, because anytime we do ritual and ceremony, it really helps to make it most effective and safest when we do that. And then I'm going to actually guide you on a little bit of a meditation. Okay, I have to remember which direction is south. Let's go this way. To the winds of the south. Satamama, great serpent, come and wrap your coils of light around us. Help us to shed our past the way you shed your skin all at once. Help us to walk the beauty way. Beauty in front of us, beauty behind us, beauty below us, beauty above us, beauty on either side of us, beauty within us, and beauty without us. Aho. To the winds of the west. Otorongo, mother, sister, jaguar, come into this medicine space and protect us. Protect us from all intrusive energies and entities. Teach us the way beyond death, across that rainbow bridge and back, so that we may know forgiveness and we may walk our destined path with courage and integrity. Aho. To the winds of north, Siwarkente, royal hummingbird, come into this medicine space and teach us to drink only from the nectar of life. Teach us to find stillness even in motion. Help us to see our own mythic map so that we may, beyond all odds, fly our wings to our mythic destination. And to the ancestors, the grandmothers, the great-grandmothers, the ancient ones. I call upon my grandfather, Harry Allen Clausen, to share with us the model of sacrifice and courage so that we may carry that in our lives as well. I call upon the ancestors who help us with creativity so that we may express these heavy emotions, so that we may release them and become more whole as part of that release. I ask for the ancestors of the land upon which we stand to support us on this journey and to teach us what we need to do to heal the earth in our own neighborhoods. Aho. To the winds of the east, great eagle, condor, urubu, raven, all those who come from the land of the rising sun, the place of our becoming. Teach us to fly wing to wing with great spirit, and hold us under your wings when we falter. Help us to see with eagle eyes. Help us to feel that connection to source, to all that is, to consciousness. Aho. Mother Earth, Pachamama, Mother Gaia, the one who always supports us. Teach us to be in Aini with all creation, with the plant people, the stone people, the creepy crawlies, the finned, the feathered, the furred, and our fellow two-leggeds. Help us to model that right relationship so that all future generations may live joyful, abundant lives. Aho. Father Sun and Grandmother Moon, our beautiful new moon who is rebirthing herself this evening, come and be present with us in this medicine space. Illuminate our pathways so that we may walk our destined path with clarity and purpose. Aho. Okay, so what I am going to do as I lead you on this breathwork exercise, I want to kind of prepare you for what I'm going to ask you to focus on when we actually do the song leading into the rite. I would love for each of us to set our intention to heal the earth in whatever way makes sense for us to do, but to set our intention tonight to heal the earth. And I'd like us to all actually visualize the outcome of what that means to you. Maybe it means peace, maybe it means the forests are saved, maybe it means animals are brought back from the verge of extinction. Whatever that means to you, just visualize that outcome. And then I'd also like you to just feel that blissful feeling that goes along with that outcome. And most of you know those are sort of the key components to any manifestation practice. But what I actually want you to do on top of that tonight is I want you to imagine and visualize these balls of light of our viracochas that we are sitting in. I want you to imagine them weaving themselves outward and weaving your heartstrings outward towards your family, your friends, your community, and the earth. And so if you can just imagine yourself weaving those webs of structure and support and love and care to everyone in your environment and the earth, I'd like us to focus on that while we're doing the rite. So I will start with a 4-4-4-4 breathing pattern. And then I will go right into the Algonquin water song. So if you can kind of just allow those thoughts to resonate with you while that song is going on. So in the 4-4-4-4 breathing pattern, as you know, we inhale for 4, we hold for 4, we exhale for 4, we hold that exhale for 4, and we do that 4 times. So here we go. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Nibi wabo and Aiki mishkui Nibi wabo heya 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 ho heya 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 ho Nibi wabo So, as you know, now is the time for the actual rite of the womb. And those of you who know, you've been here a few times, you know that this rite is the womb that is to help all of us to heal our creative center. And for some people, they have actually had violence done to their physical being. Some people have had their femininity wounded in other ways. Some people have carried a lot of pain and suffering in their wombs, and this is an opportunity to release that. Not only for any individual wounds that we may have suffered as humans, but also for the histories of genetic woundings that we have suffered from misogyny and just cultural treatment of women and the divine feminine. So, Heather, would you like to receive the rite of the womb?
Yes.
Wonderful. And I'll talk you through it so that everyone knows how it's going to be. I'll hold my arms up in the air and I'll say the phrase, the womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. You'll repeat that. Then I'll put both of my hands on my belly and I'll say the line. You'll repeat it. Then I'll put one hand on your belly. I'll say the line. You'll repeat it. I'll put both hands on your belly. I'll say the line. You'll repeat it. And then you'll blow your blessings into one of these beautiful flowers. I have yellow, orange, pink, and there's some magenta ones in there as well today. And then I will crumble those flowers into this bowl of water, which is surrounded by the 13 candles, symbolizing the 13 moons of the calendar year. And then tonight, later on, I will re-gift these flowers back to the earth as part of our blessings and wishes. So, here we go. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now both hands on my belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And one hand on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now both hands on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
Beautiful. And do you have a thought about which color flower you would like for your blessings?
The big yellow one.
The big yellow one. Beautiful. I think it's a sunflower. Come here, little guy. Come here, big guy. Woo. Nice. Okay. So, would you like to blow your wishes for Mother Earth into this beautiful flower? Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Aho, sister. That's going to be a beautiful one. Okay, Julie, would you like to receive the rite of the womb?
Yes, I would, please.
Wonderful. Okay, so I will, you know the drill. I'll start with my hands in the air. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is a place to create and give birth to life.
Beautiful. Now I'll put both hands on my belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is a place to create and give birth to life.
And now I'll put one hand on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is a place to create and give birth to life.
And both hands on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
Beautiful. And would you like to choose a flower for your blessings for the earth? We've got
The
burgundy.
magenta one?
Magenta, right? Okay, love it. Come here, buddy. There we go. Would you like to blow your blessings into that beautiful flower for the earth? Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Aho, sister. Okay, Rosemary, would you like to receive the rite of the womb?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, beautiful. And starting with my hands in the air, the womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now I'll put both hands on my belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now one hand on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now both hands on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
Beautiful. And would you like to choose a flower for your blessings?
Like a lavender purple.
Lavender. This one right here, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and blow those blessings right into the flower. Beautiful. Aho, sister. Okay, Joanna, would you like to receive the rite of the womb?
Yes, I would.
Wonderful. Okay, so I think you've probably caught on by now. So I'm going to start with my hands in the air, and you'll just repeat after me.
Okay.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now I'll put both hands on my belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now I'll put one hand on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
And now both hands on your belly. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is not a place to store fear or pain.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
The womb is to create and give birth to life.
Beautiful, beautiful. And is there a flower that's calling you for...
I want the sunflower.
The sunflower! There we go.
The sunflower.
Yeah. I was called
He's
by those
beautiful.
sunflowers. Yeah, he is. Okay, let me just... If you would like to go ahead and blow your blessings into this beautiful flower. Blessings for the earth. and for our collective healing of our creative centers. Beautiful. Oh, sister. Okay, so and actually I need to blow one in too for myself. Let's see. I think I want to go for this lavender one right here. It's a lovely color mixture over there in the water. So I am going to share a draft of the song that I wrote this morning with you all. And I'm going to just alert you, it's not mixed at all. So if it gets a little loud and you need to turn it down on your end, because I tried to put some backing vocals in, and there's some. So if it gets too loud, just go ahead and turn it down. But this is the song that is, I'm actually calling it Weaving Away from War. So here we go. The war has been raging. Is it time to retreat? I can't feel the souls on the bottom of my feet. Couldn't feel the souls of the dead as the bombs fell. When will it be safe to come out of my shell? When the war rages on and I can't feel my heart, it's like I'm waiting for it all to fall apart. Hold myself in the center of my light. Imagine the tendrils floating on air. Luminous threads reaching far into the night, connecting me to networks of care. Can I break these cycles of persecution? How can we call upon all souls towards evolution? When Arachne wove her tapestry of her deeper truth, Athena's rage consumed her. She went right through the roof. When the war rages on and I can't feel my heart, feels like I'm waiting for it all to fall apart. Hold myself in the center luminous thread reaching far into the night, connecting me to networks of care. It's time to ask yourself, what's your chariot's path? Are you weaving threads of love or paving a pathway to rest? If your will is to triumph, who's on the losing end? How can we transform our enemies into friends? When the war rages on and I can't feel my heart, feels like I'm waiting for it all to fall apart. Hold myself in the center of my light. Imagine the tendrils floating on air. Luminous threads reaching far into the night, connecting me to networks of care. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. You know, something weird has been happening to me when I've been writing songs. Halfway through writing it, I'll start to not like it, and I'll be like, ooh. You know, either it's too cheesy or it's too normal or it's too, and then I just have to stop myself and say, that's not what it's about. This song is actually not for me. Somebody out there is going to like this kind of music, even if it's not normally my genre. And I was like, it almost sounds like a church song, like a church hymn. And I was like, you know what? If my church had had songs like this out of the hymnal, I probably would have sung them with gusto. So I'm just letting it be whatever it is. I'm not trying to say that it fits a particular genre or, you know, it's just funny that that self-critic likes to just sneak right on in and say nasty little things, even in the middle of an act of creation, right? It's just funny how that all happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just close down the YouTube. So bye, YouTube folks. It's been fun. It's been real. If you want to be in the Zoom room next time, take a look at the description of this event, and there's a link where you can sign up to find out. Okay, so now that the YouTube people are gone, now I would love to hear from folks.